What's up, y'all? Uh, it's Chief Silent, Black Hawk, back at it with another lesson. Before I start this lesson, as always, I'd like some peace and love to all the women out there. All women, no matter what race you is, what color you is. Say peace and love to all of you. Uh, I also like some peace, positive energy, and love on to the guys as well. I would also like some peace and positive energy, most importantly, to the queen of heaven and earth, my mother, which they would call Isis or Tiamat or Kai, whatever you want to call her, Venus, Mercury, whatever you want to call her. I would like to send peace, love, and light, all the worship, all the praise onto her. And I would also like to send peace and positive energy onto all the Orishas. Um, I would also like to send peace to the planet, peace to the cosmos, and peace to the beings that are not in alignment with themselves and don't know who they are, what they're here to do. I would like some peace to them as well. Um, Tonight, I received a message um, about something that I had to talk about, right? It was about entertainment, right? So, when we looking at the world we live in, the world we live in is surrounded by entertainment, right? It's an entertaining world that we live in. But a lot of us don't even know where a lot of this shit holds from, right? A lot of this shit we think it was designed by a human to change the evolution of life and how we, entertain, each other on the land. But a lot of this shit comes from a place where you don't even realize. Right now, if you look at NBA, NFL, UFC, soccer, any sport out here, you look at any sport, it all holds from somewhere, right? So it means that the shit that we seeing now, they was doing the same shit back then. It may not have looked the same or had the same type of structure, but it's the same shit, right? So when you looking at um like I said, these NFL games, like I told you before, these NFL games and what they doing in these NFL games is a reenactment of what they was doing in Rome at what they would call the Colosseum. The Colosseum was a place where they used to go and watch people entertain them, but the entertainment wasn't really entertainment because they was doing real brutal, cruel shit to each other, right? So they basically used to have games, have real sports events, and they had certain athletes that was trained and brought up to do that certain thing, right? So basically they used to have night fights, right? So basically the knights used to be on horses and they have big ass swords in their hand, and the swords was real, right? So they have a game where they had to go around cutting each other heads off and shit in the Colosseum in Rome. It's shit they really used to do, right? But it was considered a game. It was a game where everybody used to come and watch it. That was their entertainment. That was a sport back in that time, right? So they used to go after each other with these big knives and cut off each other's head, or keep swinging that motherfucker till they eventually kill each other. And whoever wins. Whoever survives that, you the winner, right? But it was considered a sport, right? They also had different sports events where they used to pit certain people in the Coliseum, right? Put certain hopeless people in the Coliseum, um, and they had those people in there by themselves, and then they'll let some hungry lions come in there and eat the motherfuckers, and that was considered a sport, right? So these was humiliation type of events that was going on, but it was considered sports. Now, you looking at today's sports, yeah, it may not be what I'm speaking on, but it has the same type of structure, right? It's put here to entertain people, but the whole time you don't even know where the fuck this shit is coming from and why they even doing it, right? Because if you looking at the whole structure of this sports world, and how they advertise the shit ain't on our side. The shit is against us, because the certain symbols that they using is symbols that come from the Queen of Heaven and Earth, but they using it against us as a mockery because they know we don't know what the fuck this shit is, right? So we watching these sports and we watching all these games and shit, and we entertained by this shit, but we don't even realize what the fuck they telling us through this shit. We don't realize it, right? Because you look at the NBA logo and the NFL logo, the colors, not the logo, I mean the colors. What colors they using? The blue, the red, and white. The blue comes from the father line. The red comes from the mother line. And then the white will represent innocence, right? So that's our shit. But they using the color as their symbol. Why they using that? What's making them use it? Because they maybe know something that we don't know or that we don't realize, right? so so when you looking at the sports world, the entertainment, you're not realizing what's going on and what's taking place or where this shit is holding from. Because if you look at a basketball, you know, you ever paid attention to those lines uh in the basketball, them lines in the basketball that represents Pisces, which would be the water sign. That's what that represents, right? The ball, the ball will represent spirit, or some would say it will represent the crest, right? So that's the symbol of the Queen of Heaven and Earth, or what we call Big Mama. And then uh the soccer ball, what they use for soccer, they use the five the 5 point symbol, which is representing the 5 phases of matter, which is water, fire, air, earth, or spirit. right? So they using these these symbols athletic on these athletic materials telling you something, but we're not conscious enough to realize what the fuck all this shit mean, right? And then the jerseys, then the colors and shit, they telling you something through this shit, but we're just not consciously aware to realize what the fuck we being told. So that's why I'm talking on the subject of entertainment. They gotta entertain you so you don't realize what the fuck is going on and what they're telling you. Cause all this is your shit. All of it. Everything that I'm mentioning is your shit. All of it. Right? So they entertaining you to get you to realize what the fuck is going on. Cause most of these athletes don't got a clue of what the fuck is going on. Them motherfuckers just out there getting paid to play. But don't even realize that they are part of some deep shit that they ain't even aware of. Now, what I just told you about the basketball, you probably never knew that, but that's a fact. That's what those lines represent on that basketball. The ball, that's the spirit. Or that's the crest, that's Big Mama. That's what that shit symbolizes. This a fire message I'm getting off this information I'm giving out. This a fire message. So this an air and a fire message. Coming off the father line, which will be the two, which will be the cane flip. Um, but like I said, that's what the fuck that shit represents, right? So if you're not realizing what's going on, the motherfuckers will be able to fool you with this shit. That's why the NBA shit, yeah, sometimes I may catch myself watching a highlight, but I know what the fuck, what they showing and what they telling motherfuckers, cause now I know what all that shit mean. Right? So I know that this shit is being used to play against us. Right? Cause then you have to look at these sports team logos. You gotta look at the logos and then look at the colors. Because the colors is gonna break down what the symbol mean. It's gonna break it down if you looking at it. Right? Because if you look at the Utah Jazz logo, they got the ball in the middle, what I just explained, that represent Big Mama, Spirit, and Water, all of those shit. But if you look at the symbol is making a six, right? So the six is coming from the 6 point star. The 6 point star is the water and the air element. The water element, that's Big Mama. The air element is off the father line. right? So remember, like I told you, the reason why the throat chakra color is blue is because that represents the father line. So like I explained last night, we off the father line, we controlling the element of air by speaking. Giving out all this information and telling you what's going on and what's taking place, we're controlling the father line off the air element. Air and fire. We controlling that. Right? So the 6-point star is representing the mother line and the father line. Right? So they using the 6 because it's representing the mother line and the father line. That's why the Utah Jazz use that symbol, because it's a 6. And then you got the ball in the middle, which, like I said, water and spirit. That's why they use the 6. That's why they use that. Right? And it's a lot of other see, I'm on the right track with what I'm talking about. I'm just paying attention. I'm right on the right track with this shit. It's a lot of other symbols that they use to tell you what's going on. A lot of teams use crests as a symbol, right, to tell you what's going on and what we is, but motherfuckers gotta catch it. Right, but you ain't gonna catch it if you continuously being entertained by the bullshit. You ain't gonna look at these symbols. Cause all of these symbols is ancient. And a lot of these symbols come from us. We use these symbols anciently. A lot of them. Right? But you have to like I said, you have to realize and know what the fuck going on. Right? So you looking at the entertainment world, and you looking at the sports world. They all part of the same game that these dirty motherfuckers is playing. Reminding us who we is, but they reminding us who we is through mockery and using certain shit that we wouldn't pay attention to. This is real shit. But most importantly, when you start looking at shit and you start realizing what they trying to tell you, you gonna have a better understanding of what the fuck is going on. You gonna have a better understanding, right? Because we say that the world we live in is all an illusion, it's all a game. And it is, it's all an illusion, it's all a game. But you have to realize that it's a game, though. Motherfuckers always get, man, motherfuckers always want to be on that woke shit. Motherfucker always got a explanation for something wrong. Well, nigga, because that's what the fuck it is, nigga. It ain't like motherfuckers just want to make up some shit to explain, nigga. This is what the fuck it is. It's a lot of fucked up shit that's going on out here, and they pitching shit right in the public motherfucking domain, motherfucker. Ain't nobody just trying to make up no shit. No, this is what the fuck is going on. That's it. That's why I'm speaking on this shit I'm speaking on. Because this the shit they got going on. You know, so that's just what it is. I'm past the bullshit. You can't entertain me with the bullshit no more. I just see where everything is now. You can't get me with the bullshit. Everything in history that you read about, everything is fucking repeating itself. Everything. You wouldn't believe that the same shit that's going on now was going on back then anciently. You wouldn't believe it. But it's the same shit. It's the same setup. Right? I told you I ain't got nothing against Deion Sanders, but that nigga, he's one of the most distracting motherfuckers in the world right now. I have not seen nobody in college football history that's had as much attention as that nigga's getting. Everybody on that nigga, everybody. That nigga done took over the fucking NFL. And everybody feeding into the shit too. I ain't got nothing against him. He cool, but it's like, damn, what the fuck so big about it? Damn. But that's just the game. That's just the game they want us to play. They want us to pay more attention to the lower vibrational shit rather than the higher vibrational shit. See past what the fuck, you know, they want you to see. That's all I'm saying. See past the bullshit. Cause the shit I'm telling you, they'll never tell you this shit. They'll never tell you what all this shit even resembles. And where the fuck it's coming from. Why the fuck is an NBA team logo some spiritual shit? Why they have a spiritual logo? Why is there an NBA team with a lion and a crown as their symbol? because the crown and the lion is coming from the kings, the three kings. The three kings is R.O.G., Larry Hoover, Jeff Ford, and Tookie Williams. That's the three. That's the three kings, right? So the lion is representing them. Them the kings, right? But a lot of motherfuckers wouldn't even pay attention to what they even telling you in that local. That's why I told you all this shit is representing us, but we ain't catching it. So our people need to be catching this shit and realizing what the fuck they're telling us and what's going on. Because then you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? You look at they mascots and shit. What is a Cavalier? A Cavalier is a knight, right? Who was the Knights? The Knights Templar, but who the fuck was the Knights though? The Knights was niggas, right? So this is when you looking at the Cleveland Cavaliers mascot, the Cavalier. The nigga got black hair, but he got a pale face. So what the fuck is that telling you? What's it telling you? It's telling you that the enemy that came and killed off our people, destroyed our people, was a nigga. Right? But they have to reverse it and show you a pale face so you could think it was a white motherfucker that was doing this shit, but the whole time it was a nigga that was doing it. Right? So then they use the C for the Cavaliers. The C, that's the crest. That's Big Mama's symbol. Then they put a knife through it. So what the fuck does that mean? You put a knife through it, then that mean they destroyed the family. Because the family is organized through the mother. So that's why they call them the Cleveland fucking Cavaliers. That's why they call them that. All this shit is against us, but motherfuckers don't even fucking pay attention to it. I know my shit. I know who the fuck I am, nigga. I'm from over here, nigga. I know this shit. That's it. I told you this was a fire message, nigga. I told you. Nigga, I'm speaking today. Or tonight, nigga, I'm speaking. I'm giving you that shit. Right? So these symbols and these colors is telling you what's going on and what they was doing to us on the land, but like I've said, we're not catching it. You have to catch it in order to know what the fuck is going on. So you say you a fan of these teams ain't even fucking teams, nigga. These is mocking organizations. Mocking. And you just playing a role in it. Why the fuck you think that nigga Kyrie don't fit in the shit he in? Because the nigga from over here. That nigga Kyrie ain't stupid. He know that is some fucked up shit, weird shit that's going on in the NBA. But he speak on some of it, but he ain't gonna say too much. Because he know what he will be up against. Because you say what you against and you say certain things that they don't want you to say, you have to have the receipts and back it up to what you're talking about, right? And he may not have all the receipts to back up what he talking about, so that's why he probably keep quiet on certain things, right? But that nigga ain't stupid. That nigga Kyrie, he know it's some weird shit that goes on. He know that. So, you know, he go through a lot of shit because he a real motherfucking person. That's why he go through a lot of shit. And he know a lot of shit. Everybody think he weird and all that. Like he just be crazy. Like he just weird and making up shit. No, that nigga ain't weird. He know what the fuck going on. Right? That nigga dribbling basketballs and shit, and he looking at crowds, right? And them motherfuckers is more knowledgeable of what the fuck he shooting or what the fuck he missing or what the fuck he passing rather than paying attention to the whole art of what he doing or what he representing, right? That nigga doing warm-ups and he looking at mascots. Why the fuck do a team need a mascot? What the fuck is these mascots? What the fuck is these mascots telling us? Right? So he's seeing shit like that. To a real intelligent mind, after a while you start to want to figure out what all this shit is meaning. What the fuck is these mascots coming from? Why they got mascots? Why do we need a mascot? Because it's telling you something. You know, you being told something. If niggas is not, they not conscious enough to catch what the fuck they being told. All right. So when you getting into, like I said, like I be talking against motherfuckers that call themselves woke. You say you want to be woke. There's a lot of shit you got to get into before you can say you woke. Cause there's a lot of motherfuckers out here. Like I always got to bring it up. I ain't bullying motherfuckers, but I just got to keep it 100. It's a lot of motherfuckers that saying they spiritual, but they still ain't catching shit. How the fuck can you say you spiritual if you ain't catching shit? How you ain't caught that? Why you ain't paying attention to these logos from these teams and shit? Why the fuck is these soccer teams representing lions and dragons and all that, or bald head eagles, two head eagles? Where's all that coming from? Because a lot of that shit is coming from the Scottish Rite. You don't even know what the fuck the Scottish Rite is, but you claiming you woke. Because I already told you about the 32 degree. The 32 degree is against the queen in heaven and earth. The 3 is the mother line. The 2 is the father line. right? But they put the 2 on the right hand, which will represent the mother line. Then you put the 3 on the left hand, which will represent the father line. So you going against matters, law, and principle. That's what you're going against, right? So they going against law and principle by using the numbers because the numbers is energy. But the 2 is the cane flip. You flip the 2, you get the 5, which will be the mother line. But for this instance, they using the 2. So they going off the father line. They going off the blue lodge off the left hand. So all of their philosophies is against the woman, against the mother, right? So when you seeing certain symbols on these soccer teams, certain symbols is coming from the 32-degree Scottish Rite. That's going against the Queen of Heaven and Earth. But if you ain't aware of who you are, you wouldn't catch it. So when we get into entertainment, we being entertained by shit that ain't even entertaining. These is messages. These are symbols. These is definitions. These is things that are the key to us unlocking our power and realizing who we are on the land. This is what it is. It's not entertainment. You know. This is what it is though. um these these teams these teams go off of the symbol, right, and the logo, right? So this is why a lot of these teams have their own type of culture, right? Because they going off of the symbol and the logo, right? So this is how we would be anciently, right? So anciently, we always had a symbol. We always symbolize something, and we as a tribe, we as a clan, we would go off of that, and we would live our lives according to the symbol. So if I'm representing the Red Lodge, right, I'ma live according to the Red Lodge. If I'm coming off the Blue Lodge, I'm gonna live according to the Blue Lodge. If I'm coming off the Green Lodge, I'm gonna live according to the Green Lodge. right? So, and this is why our OGs gave us the platforms that they gave us through these organizations, and this is why a lot of us live off, you know, the structure of the organization, because that's how we do, right? So when you looking at these teams, and these teams is going off the logo and the symbol, all that is mimicking what we do as a natural organic being on land. That's what all that is. That's what all that shit is. You know. But like I said, this shit is this is the shit that they doing in plain public sight, you know, and it's something that our people need to realize. We need to pay attention to what's going on, because everything is a message. Everything has a message to it. Everything is telling us something, you know. That's what it is, you know. Right? So we also talk about some of these athletes around the world ain't even real people, right? So if the athletes around the world that's playing in these sports organizations, if they ain't real, right? Then what is they? They just representations of what the enemy is trying to tell us. They just using them to promote shit that they trying to promote. That's all they is. So they got these random motherfuckers that ain't from over here. I don't go fuck motherfucker feel friends. I don't go fuck. They got motherfuckers that ain't from over here that's representing our shit. These niggas shooting basketballs and shit, throwing footballs, doing all type of shit, and they represent our shit. And they ain't even from over here, so they don't even know what the fuck that shit even mean on they motherfucking jersey. They don't even know what the fuck it represents. They don't know what the fuck that shit is coming from or where it's coming from. So they just as clueless and lost as we is on that shit. You know, but this is that type of shit that be going on, man. You know, you motherfuckers gotta see this shit. You gotta really be in tune to see this shit and see what they're telling you. Cause shit right there in the public eye. Right there. You gotta catch it. Gotta catch this shit. So we talk about entertainment, being entertained, right? Oh, you watching basketball, you watching NFL, you watching soccer, you watching anything you watching, right? You being entertained by some shit that's meant to keep you lost of your people and where the fuck you come from. That's what you being entertained by. It's past the all, you know, these woke motherfuckers, the goofy motherfuckers, you know them, they always, oh, they just want to distract you. Ooh, it's deeper than that, nigga. You don't even know why they doing it. It's way deeper than that. Right? Because I just sat here and I just explained to you why they doing this shit, right? But these other woke motherfuckers, they tell you a whole bunch of bullshit. They ain't got nothing to do with the fuck they even trying to promote. They ain't got shit to do with it. You feel me? That's why y'all motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up. Stop running your shit and let the motherfuckers that know what's going on tell so y'all can learn something. You need to learn and shut the fuck up sometimes. It's the fuck you need to be doing, you know? But, you know, you can't tell a motherfucker to shut up, though, you know? Motherfuckers gonna say what they gonna say, you know? It is what it is, though. But some of you motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up, though. That's a fact. You know, but, yeah. That's what it is. That's why shit, you can't take nothing serious in these days, nigga. Ain't nothing you can take serious. It's nothing to take serious. We around some fucked up shit. Ain't nothing in this motherfucker normal. Nothing. I don't give a fuck what it is. We could try to ignore this shit every day because we want to be stuck in our own ways and we want to do dumb shit to hurt ourselves and hurt each other. But the fact of the matter is that we around some fucked up shit. But the thing is, the biggest part in this shit is that we don't want to find out why shit is fucked up. We just want to complain that shit is fucked up, but we don't want to find out why it's fucked up. Because in order for you to escape the bullshit is for you to enlighten yourself. If you enlighten yourself, you'll be able to escape the bullshit. But if you don't want to enlighten yourself, you ain't gonna be able to escape the bullshit. And I'm not talking about escaping the bullshit to where you become rich and successful, wealthy. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about consciously. Cause a lot of motherfuckers are still consciously tapped in this shit, but they claim they spiritual. That's why I know they ain't tuned in and shit. I'm talking about you consciously understanding that you around some bullshit, and you have taken yourself out of this bullshit to see it for what the fuck it really is. That's what I'm talking about. Not you, okay, yeah, I'm against it, but I'm still play with it. Nah, I'm talking about being out this shit completely to where you realize what everything is, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's the point you have to get to. All of these commercials, all of these networking channels, these TV channels, all of them symbols mean something, and they all telling you something. And most of these networking channels is a part of the whole propaganda shit. Or the not propaganda, I mean COINTELPRO. Not propaganda, I mean COINTELPRO. Most of these networking channels, CNN, NBC shit, even TMZ, they part of the COINTELPRO shit. A lot of them motherfuckers is with the government. That's why they always be fucking with these celebrities that's about something, because they part of the COINTELPRO shit. They with the police. Right? Because they understand COINTELPRO, their job is to try to humiliate the artists and try to make them look bad in the public eye. So if you make them look bad in the public eye, you can make their fans look at them different, then they won't fuck with them no more. Lose money, become broke, right? Don't have nothing. So that's why you be having these celebrities that be like, man, I ain't got nothing, I'm broken. You be thinking they bullshitting, but they really telling you the truth. And the reason why they broke is because they telling the truth and they know the truth. And they can't hide this shit no more. All right, so that's why these networking companies be making up all these little weak ass stories, saying that they this, they that, they that, they this, they like kids and shit, all that bullshit. All that's part of the COINTELPRO bullshit. That's what all that shit is. But if you ain't aware enough and you ain't tapped in enough, you wouldn't even see it, because they do it quickly. Most of these videos you done seen with these celebrities, and they be into it over the COINTELPRO shit. Because they don't even be seeing that it's a motherfucker behind the scenes that's making them argue. You be thinking a lot of these rap artists really be into it. A lot of motherfuckers won't be into it. They be using COINTELPRO on them. Have them ready to gear up to hurt each other and shit, all for some bullshit. And it's gonna be a black hand involved in this shit to try to have motherfuckers out here hurting each other. You know. I done said a lot on here. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta chill the fuck out, cause YouTube, they be on some bullshit. I don't even give a fuck though. I don't give no fuck. But it is what it is though. You know. But this is how this shit go, man. This is shit they do, this is the shit they been doing. Cause most of the time, a lot of these logos and shit, a lot of the team logos, most of the time, them motherfuckers be changing the colors and shit throughout the year, right? So at one point in time, it represented something else that was connected to us, but then they had changed the color, right? So they had tried to change the color to try to give you a deeper meaning of what the fuck they telling you about you. Right, but then if you go back and look at shit, you'll be able to connect the old color to the current color that they have now, know what the fuck they're telling you. Because everything gonna have a symbolization to it and it's gonna mean something. Everything. So, motherfuckers ain't fooling me no more with the bullshit. I know what this shit mean. Can't get me with the bullshit no more. You know. um, like I said, pay attention, you know, to what's going on, you know, and stop allowing yourself to be entertained by the bullshit. Stop allowing yourself to get caught up in the shit because they use a lot of shit to get you caught up in it. You know, the sports, that's the most entertaining shit. Right, but then when you start realizing what they promoting and what it's all realizing, it ain't gonna seem entertaining to you no more. It's gonna be offensive. Cause you gonna be like, oh, these motherfuckers is woo woo. Hey, damn, that's fucked up. You know, once you really finally start figuring out what shit is, cause now that shit don't entertain me no more. I could look at it and be like, man, that's some woo woo. Cause I know what the fuck this shit is, and I ain't cool with this shit. You know, I ain't cool with these little weak ass symbols they using against us. I ain't cool with that shit. That's some bitch ass shit. But then you could be like, okay, I hear what you saying. Like, you breaking down what this shit is, gang. I hear what you saying. But where the fuck is this shit coming from? Who's giving them these symbols? It's a nigga. Like we've been telling you, it's a nigga that's giving these motherfuckers the blueprint to attack us at every level. It's a nigga. Enlil and his children. We told you Enlil, he black. That nigga look just like us. Right? He look like us, but he ain't us. His kids look like us, but they ain't us. And they scattered all amongst the land. Most of them be hiding in those Zionist Moorish temples. They be up in there. Right? And most of them was the ones that infiltrated a lot of our organizations that we had and took down some of our leaders. Right? So a lot of our ancient shit, our ancient teachings and messages that we sent back down here to tell the people, right? Some of them have that under their control, right? That they hiding from the public, right? So you see somebody like the Pope. The Pope got certain shit under him that he ain't told the public, you know. Right, because I also told you, them rings he got, them rings symbolize something related to the chiefs. Certain chiefs used to wear some of those rings, because those rings, those crystallized rings, will represent a certain lodge that you come from and what you represent to the land. Right, so when the popes, they be wearing them rings and shit, and everybody be kissing the rings, they kissing the rings because that's a form of gratitude and respect, right? Because that's coming from a chief. Once you become a chief on the land, you become most loved, you become most respected. So the people that support the popes, they be kissing the rings and all that shit as a form of honoring their chief, or honoring the line, the energy line, as far as a mother line or a father line. You know, so that's what that shit be meaning. That's why they be doing that shit. You know, but I'm about to go ahead and get off of here. I said enough. Um, peace and love to the ladies. Um, the guys is out here. Peace and love. The guys as well. Peace and love to the Queen of Heaven and Earth, Isis. Peace and love to all the Orishas. Peace and love to the planet, to the cosmos. Peace and love to the hawks out there, from one conscious mind to another. We all got each other. Two minds think alike. Two minds is greater than one, but one great mind is greater than no mind. One mind tells all, but two minds speak a little. One conscious mind to another. Peace.